Hello, I'm Justin, and this is Handheld Headquarters. Today is June 24th, 2025. The Death Stranding 2 reviews are out, and Digital Foundry just dropped a massive 2-hour hardware review on the Nintendo Switch 2. We're going to break down all of that and much more in today's Daily Byte of Handheld and Gaming News. First up, the review embargo for Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding 2 on the Beach lifted yesterday ahead of its launch week, revealing widespread critical acclaim for the PlayStation 5 exclusive. Initial reports from major gaming outlets position the sequel as a significant evolution of the 2019 original. Currently, the game holds a mighty rating on the OpenCritic with an average score of 90 and a 97% recommendation rate from critics. Breaking down the reviews, several key areas are receiving consistent praise. First, the core gameplay has been made more accessible and engaging with crucial tools and vehicles being introduced much earlier. Second, the combat and stealth systems have reportedly been expanded significantly, drawing favorable comparisons to the Metal Gear Solid series. And finally, the narrative is being described as more focused and better paced, while the game itself is being lauded as a technical showcase for the PlayStation 5. While some minor criticisms mention occasional glitches, the overarching sentiment is that Death Stranding 2 successfully builds upon its predecessor in nearly every way. The game is scheduled to officially launch this Thursday, June 26th. From a massive new game to a massive new feature, we have a major update from Microsoft on their quest to make Windows a better experience for handhelds. And it's a big one for anyone tired of juggling multiple game launchers. Xbox has officially announced the Aggregated gaming library for the Xbox PC app. The goal here is to finally solve the problem of having your games spread across Steam, Epic, and everywhere else by displaying them all in one single unified library. Now, if this sounds familiar, you're right. GOG's Galaxy 2.0 launcher aims to do the exact same thing. The crucial difference here is that this is an official collaboration between Microsoft and Valve, which should lead to a much more stable and seamless experience. So what's the catch? For now, this is just a universal launcher. You do still need to have Epic, Steam, and all others installed on your device. Still, this is a hugely positive step from Microsoft, and you can try it very soon. The feature will be available to everyone on the Xbox Insider program starting this week. We've got a link in the description if you want to find out how to sign up. Alright, our next story is the one I know a lot of you are dealing with right now. Actually getting your hands on a Nintendo Switch 2. We have some good news and a confirmed restock to put on your calendar. Walmart has officially confirmed it will be restocking the Nintendo Switch 2 tomorrow, Wednesday, June 25th. Now here's how it will work. The restock event starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it will be initially exclusive only to Walmart Plus members. An hour later at 10 p.m., the sale will go up for everyone else, assuming there's any stock left. Looking at the wider retail landscape, it's a similar story. Sporadic restocks are happening, but they are selling out in minutes. So what's the best way to get one? Your first stop should be dedicated stock tracking websites like Now in Stock and Hot Stock. But honestly, the fastest information often comes from social media. If you aren't already, you absolutely need to be following Wario64 on Twitter. He is legendary for posting in-stock alerts often seconds after they go live. Between the web trackers and having notifications on for Wario64, you will have the best possible chance. We put links to all of these resources in the description for you. And now for a story that sits at the very heart of what we love about the gaming community. The developer group Harbor Masters, the same team responsible for the amazing Ocarina of Time decompilation, has now ported Mario 64 to the PC. This isn't traditional emulation. This is a native PC port created by painstakingly reverse engineering the original game. And here's the crucial part. The creators claim it contains none of Nintendo's original copyrighted code and requires users to provide their own legally sourced ROM of the game to hopefully avoid legal takedowns. So what does this new version actually do? It adds a ton of modern features. Support for 4K resolution, ultra-wide monitors, high frame rates like 120 FPS, crystal clear audio, a free cam, and even a built-in track editor. This is a massive achievement in game preservation. Speaking of Nintendo, let's circle back to our other top story. The hardware experts at Digital Foundry have released their exhaustive 2-hour review of the Nintendo Switch 2, and they found it as a deeply impressive but deeply flawed piece of hardware. Let's start with the key strengths. Digital Foundry confirms the new Tegra 239 processor is remarkably efficient, and the backwards compatibility is a huge win, with many Switch 1 games getting massive performance boosts to 60 frames per second locked. They also had high praise for the new Pro controller and the massively improved Wi-Fi capabilities. But the story takes a turn when they get to the screen. And this is the part that's causing a major debate online right now. Despite being a 1080p screen with support for HDR and VRR, the panel itself has poor response times. This is leading to noticeable blur and ghosting in motion that Digital Foundry says is worse than the original Switch LCD from 2017. This issue has absolutely sparked contention online. A quick look under the comments for Nintendo Live's tweet on the matter shows fans are fiercely divided. So I want to hear from you. What is your opinion? Is a blurry screen a deal breaker on a premium handheld? And if you have a Switch 2, have you noticed these issues yourself? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, just a couple of quick updates for you. If you're an owner of a Retroid Pocket 5, there is a new over-the-air update available for your device. Version 1.0.0.152. This update includes audio framework enhancements, a fix for a charging voltage spike, and a fix for an SD card reboot issue. Be sure to check the Retroid Discord server for more details and instructions. And for our community spotlight today, Reddit user NoDraw4132 has designed their own handheld device called the Pico Pad, specifically for programming and playing Pico 8 fantasy console apps. The thing is so cool that some commenters accuse it of being AI generated. So the creator had to post a follow-up showing them holding the device. The ingenuity of this community never ceases to amaze. And for our On the Radar segment today, I want to loop back to that SpaghettiKart story and briefly explain the world of game decompilations. When developers create a game, they write it in human-readable source code. But before it goes on a cartridge, it's compiled into machine code. That machine code is nearly impossible for a person to work with. Decompilation is the painstaking process of reverse engineering that machine code back into a functional version of the original source code. So why do people do this? Once a community has that source code, they can do amazing things that normal emulation can't. They can rebuild the game to run natively on a PC, adding features like 4K resolution, widescreen support, and higher frame rates. This process is a huge deal for game preservation, and we've seen it with classics like Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time. These projects ensure that classic games don't just survive, but can be improved and enjoyed by new generations on modern hardware. And that's going to be it for today's Daily Byte. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see each day when I upload. And let's have some discussion in the comments. I really want to read your opinions and interact with you all. So have an awesome day, and I'll see you again tomorrow for the next Daily Byte of handheld and gaming news. Take care.